Welcome to this week's episode of Wild Fish, Wild Places. This week we're coming to you from Pyramid Lake, Nevada. Alan's here from Ireland. We're going to try to get him one of these big pigs from the lake.
Dennis, I have a beauty here. I want to see one of these tied on my line, and that's where we're going to go today to try and get a few of these gorgeous Lahontan Cutthroats.
For me, fishing has been a part of my whole life. From the time I could walk, I've been traveling and fishing to chase and hook the big one. My name is Dennis Isbister, and I live in the deserts of Nevada.
Fishing is more than a hobby for me. It's my life. Leading fishing expeditions, traveling to the most remote parts of the world for the catch of a lifetime. My name is Alan Broderick, and I'm from Ireland.
This is Wild Fish, Wild Places.
We're here at Pyramid Lake, and it holds a special place in my heart. I was born and raised in northern Nevada, and this is where I grew up fishing. My grandpa and my uncle started me out here on the lake, and some of my earliest memories come from Pyramid. We're bringing Alan here. We're gonna try to get him a trophy Lahontan Cutthroat Trout. They started catching these fish 40 to 60 pounds. Last recorded trophy was 42. That's the record. That's what we're after here at Pyramid Lake.
When I think about going to Pyramid Lake, I have in my mind's eye this beautiful lake right at the foothills of the mountains.
Alan just got in yesterday from Ireland, flew all the way. We're here. The weather cleared up. We've had horrendous weather for the last 4 or 5 days. It cleared. We've got glass conditions. Absolutely couldn't be any better of a situation right now. Alan is after his first Lahontan Cutthroat.
Yeah, this is like a dream come true for me now. After looking it on the internet, talking about it for the last year, we're finally here now in Lahontan.
Pyramid Lake is a really interesting place to fish. One thing that makes it super cool is all of the tufa rock formations that you see around the lake. Everywhere you fish around here, you can see these unique rock formations that are formed by hot geothermal water mixing with the lake water and the soil.
Wow, Pyramid Lake, I see where they get the name from. There's a perfect pyramid-shaped sugarloaf mountain form on that island out there on the far shore. So that's where it gets its name from.
So one of our successes the first day is we caught this little tagged fish. And the tags are actually from a fish strain that they brought in from Pilot Peak. And it's different from the ones they have in the lake now. They're studying their growth rate if it's different. But unfortunately, Alan, we can't mount that tag.
Get it. Reel down. No, you get it real down. Do the opposite view. Got it?
Oh, he missed it. Missed it. Hit it in the side. Little guy. Oh, it's one of the planters. See that? Little planter. Out some other patterns we've seen them in out here suspended out in the deep water. We've moved out. It's 160, 180 feet. We're starting to print a few fish. We're just trying to narrow it down to what what they're gonna like to see. Put the piece of the puzzle and get it like together again today. Huh?
That's a nice fish, Dennis. Beautiful color.
A little better. He was hanging right on the big boulder piles right here. We came over. We had a few of them printed. Finally, one decided to play.
That's Lahontan Cutthroat.
Well done. The gill plate.
Gorgeous fish.
Moved in here from out in the main lake. There's some big structures through here. And we started narrowing down what's been working. We're not getting a lot of success. But what we are, it's been coming on these little Old Faithful lures. We've had these forever. These little K10 Quickfish Pearl and jointed. And we've caught a few fish. We just had a little bit of action, but this is what everything's been on.
An explorer by the name of John C. Fremont comes here. He's the one that's given the title of discovering this lake. He's fed these gorgeous trout out of the lake, and he is so excited about how they taste, he documents it. And from that, the Comstock lode, the gold rush that happened in northern Nevada, they find out about it. So they start commercial fishing the lake, and to such a degree, these fish are taken out of here, it starts the process of killing this fishery off.
This is a real treat, Dennis. Yeah. Hello.
Hello,
I'm Alan. I'm Broderick.
my name is Ralph. Ralph.
Hi, Ralph.
Good to see you.
You too.
Ralph, this is a wonderful facility here. This is this Pyramid Lake Museum and Visitor Center. How long are your tribal people living in this area?
Here, we've been here, we say 9,000, from 9,000 to 10,000. And the reason why I say that is because within our boundaries here, there was a remain that was discovered here in Nevada State Museum, carbonated to be 9,200 years old.
That's fantastic.
So that's why, and then just 50 miles straight east of us, back in the 40s, there was another remain discovered, and they have that at 9,500. So
When Fremont came here, 1844, is that right?
first part of January back in 1844, and he thought he found the ocean, but because it was cloudy and overcast. But actually, some of our people, went to him and told him where the people were staying.
Right.
So he came here and pretty much stayed maybe about a week to 2 weeks, and he lived on fish. And that was in his diaries. The fish was huge in those days. I mean, they were up to about 4 feet, and they went up the river twice, all the way up to Lake Tahoe in the spring, and also during the fall. And the fall catch, what we usually do is, store them in the caves. We have a lot of caves out here. There's actually a place out there that houses about 54 small caves. So we put our, the catch or any.
Were they deep enough to keep the fish cool?
Well, what he does, in just small caves, the temperature stays pretty much one temperature all year round.
Oh, I see.
So and we use different plants. Some of them have repels some acid in it that repels small insects. So nothing really bothers them. So we just leave it in there. In any harsh winter, our food is ready there.
Slowly along here. These tunnels they look like.
Yeah, when Fremont came along this side with his guys, his troop, and they encountered Indians living across these, in these, and they came across there the whole time, bouncing around, and you can see where the water level used to be when he came through here.
Yeah.
They were pretty close to the water's edge at that point.
So they were very primitive people just living in stone caves.
Very primitive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. They would move. You know, the biggest bunch of them were down on the river. The river comes in.
Yeah.
And you know, but they were scattered all along here, I guess.
That was a hard life, Dennis.
So you got living up there. Lived a hard life too. There we go. Oh, that's a good one.
Gotta go,
That's
Dennis.
a good one. Yep.
Well done, man.
There you go. It's bigger.
Bigger.
It's not as big as I thought he was.
I'll get the net. Not even cooking.
Yeah.
The Wild Fish, Wild Flags team. From hooking fish. Can I see it again, Dennis?
Yeah. Pretty. He's not
turquoise. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Isn't
not as big as I thought. He
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
like a bigger fish at first. He was fighting
it?
good.
Yeah. How old would that fish be
Average.
now, do you reckon?
Probably a couple years old is all. If they're, it just depends. I mean, I think they plant them different sizes.
Oh, we're here at last.
Yeah.
You're Musty Fred.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm Alan. How do you do?
Fred, good to see you. How you doing?
Good.
Good. So Alan and I have been talking down the lake, a little history, a little fishing, and it was your grandfather commercial fished this lake in the 20s.
Yes, 1920s, 20s and 30s.
And
Oh my gosh.
how did they used to catch them?
Used to use a rowboat and oars and chalk line and a big lead sinker, and you put the chalk line on their hands and row the boat, and that's how they caught them.
Big
They
fin.
rowed around,
And they rowed. They didn't have
And
no
then-
any motors.
the lines came off their arms or their hands.
So that gave the action.
That gave the action.
Yeah. And used to catch really big fish.
Fantastic.
And your where was his favorite spot in the lake? Could you show us where his favorite spot was like to catch a big fish was?
Come up there, but right now they fish all over. I mean, the boats go to Hell's Kitchen up here, and they go all along the shore here, and even up in the north end of the lake. But I think it's pretty good right through here, though. I mean, the big one was caught clear up in Hell's Kitchen up here this weekend. But there was fish caught all along here, and
It's an amazing lake for me visiting from Ireland. Never seen anything like the rock formations. And how big is the lake roughly in surface area?
it's about 30 miles long, and from here to where we are right now, it's about 7 miles across.
So it's
You know,
a very
about halfway.
substantial
It's-
lake.
It's pretty big. Mountains
Yeah.
are tall, you know, and it's deep. It's about 360 feet deep here.
Oh wow.
It's actually bigger surface-wise than Tahoe. Tahoe has deeper, more water.
Yeah. I think a lot of Europeans would love the experience of coming here.
Oh, it's a lot of-
just the rock formations, the beautiful scenery, and then the potential to hook into a nice
Yeah.
Lahontan trout.
Over there, that's the replica of the world's record.
This is here.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
42 pounds.
42-pound world record Lahontan Cutthroat Trout. It's a beautiful. Dennis, it's my first time to use downriggers, and I feel I'm in capable hands. Otherwise, my lawyer will be in touch with you. This downrigger stuff, this is very interesting. It allows you to present a lure at a precise depth band. Dennis is a good teacher, but I'm finding it hard to get my head around it.
We're using the technology that we have at hand to present these lures at the right depth that they need to be. We're going to print them on the fish finder. The Lowrance is going to show us exactly where they're sitting in color. We're hoping sitting off the rocks, and then we're going to be able to drop these down to precisely right in front of them what we're hoping to work in and out through these boulders.
So it's almost the most beautiful way of having like the most accurate presentation on the snout or the nose of a predatory fish. I've never used one of these before. I'm really excited about it because it means to me almost like they can't help but take the lure. They can't help themselves but go and snap it.
So Alan's used to fishing at sea level. We're here, Pyramid Lake, 4,000 feet. See how he does.
Beautiful sunlight. I'd fall asleep in the chair. If I had an easy chair in here, I'd fall asleep.
Well done, buddy. Fish? Oh yeah. This one's a better fish. Definitely better fish. Look at that thing, fell out right again, perfect. Bigger head, yeah, a little more. Looks a little more healthy, huh? Oh, get him! Double hook up. Turn it back on. Got it? Oh yeah, good fish.
That's almost a double header.
Over here.
You want to get there? Yeah.
Literally, they put the net down, Dennis.
Yeah.
The rod bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang.
Let's just let them off in the water here. Not only is it nice to get advice from the camera guys in the boat, they also told us that our fish, we've had fish on about 3/4 of the time.
There's quite a lot going on here. And for a guy like me from Ireland who's never been into sort of this sort of level of technology for downrigger fishing or otherwise, it's, you know, presenting its challenges. But I'm up for it. I have a good teacher.
Put this on.
Yeah.
White. Okay, it's worked before, so here we go. We'll try it. See, try it for the rest of this pass.
Fishing at the head staggers.
I lost it. No.
Any size?
No, he's acting like it. Yeah, nice fish. Check.
No, 12 feet.
12 feet, okay.
Well up. Awesome. Nice. Up in Grim earlier.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many times I've come across this lake early
Yeah.
and had it beat you up, and then lo and behold, by 10 o'clock it's glass, which is what's happening today. Hopefully, it'll stay like this for us for a few hours so we can have a nice boat ride home.
It's actually pleasant. It was freezing earlier.
Yeah.
I found it really cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was a biting cold wind.
Yeah. There you go. That's a pretty fish.
That's a pretty fish.
That's a beauty. Look at the colors. Look at the fins. There you go.
And they've all got the little... That's pretty fish, Dennis.